Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we are doing some weapon testing slash showing off an underrated weapon, and that is the Madhouse. Um, Specifically, trying this on Maya. I'll explain why, but I think some of you might know why it might be synergistic with Maya, but we'll get into it. But yeah, so today we're going to be trying the Madhouse, doing a few different variants. This is the accelerated bullet version, so the bullets will go faster. And this is the damage version, and this is the fire rate version. All corrosive. We'll try fire probably as well, just in a different location. But yep, so that's what we have here. Everything else kind of standard. The Quasar, I would highly recommend if you're using the Madhouse, because basically the main idea with the Madhouse is you want to group stuff together and get a lot of chain reaction going. That's kind of the thesis of this build. Similar to like using a Pimpernel. But yeah, so we'll be using the Quasar to group them. We have the Blurred Trickster comm, actually a blue comm, to get as many points into chain reaction as possible because of its synergy with the Madhouse. The Madhouse has so many pellets that it genuinely does create a Madhouse with this comm. There's bullets everywhere. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then just a Corrosive Bone, really for the cooldown, but the damage is nice too. Some other alternatives, you could do Heart of the Ancients. You get the Assault Rifle damage, some extra fight for your lifetime, and second wind health. Pretty underrated comm, not bad. You could also try an Allegiance Relic. I didn't really mess with these too much because I really like the cooldown on Maya, but I do think these are viable alternatives if you don't want to use the Bone of the Ancients for whatever reason. Here's the build. Don't want to go into crazy detail. We are playing on vanilla, so no UCP. I was thinking I might do the UCP afterwards to compare, but may not even need to, as you guys will see. So yeah, main thing here is just maxing chain reaction 11 points is pretty awesome. Like 88% ricochet chance with the Madhouse is pretty sweet. I would say overall a pretty standard Maya build. I didn't take max quicken in this case because the comm does boost kinetic reflection, so I thought it'd be really fun to just have insanely high DR deflection chance and deflected bullet damage from it. I thought it'd just be kind of fun. Wanted to max inertia specifically because bandit ARs have brutally bad reload speed. So we just didn't get as many points in Quicken. To be fair, Maya's action skill is a really low cooldown to begin with, so Quicken, even at a max percentage, is not actually knocking off that much time. However, the counterpoint to that is that Maya is so action skill reliant that I will take any little bit of cooldown I can get. So normally I would max the skill, but just didn't do it in this case. Yeah, everything else is pretty standard. Rack, Sweet Release, Mind's Eye for some extra crit damage, some sustain from this tree, and then don't really need Flicker, definitely want Foresight. Took Helios, not because it's particularly a good skill on vanilla, but it does help with sustain, like it can apply some dots, and it synergizes well with Life Tab, so may as well. Flight Phoenix value point to stagger melee attackers, and again, a little bit of dot for Life Tab, but yeah, other than that, pretty standard, no badass rank. Again, we are on vanilla, have BL2 fix on, but that does not change anything in terms of character skills or gun damage. It's just quality of life stuff. So yeah. Oh, I did not mean to drop that. Give me that back. All right. Yeah, we can probably just jump in. I will kind of show off really quickly though. This is the bullet speed variant. It's kind of hard to see in here. Maybe if I shoot further. You can kind of see it's going pretty quick. And then this is like the damage one. A lot slower. Like a lot slower. So I would say if you're at long range, the bullet speed variant is actually pretty nice to use. Because it'll be a little bit harder to aim from longer range. I mean, in general with the Madhouse, you want to be really close, but just as a general rule of thumb, if you happen to be at medium to long range, I would say the bullet speed variant is going to help a lot more because you can aim it a lot more accurately from a longer distance. Could be worth investing into Accelerate for this gun too. That's something I want to test a little bit more, but it seems to be just fine without it. And a lot of times when you start messing with bullet speed, it can make sweet spots and like it can just make weapons react very, very odd, especially when we're talking about weapons with a lot of projectiles. It can get weird pretty quick. The Madhouse might be the exception to the rule here because it's not really aiming for a sweet spot necessarily with the Madhouse. The only thing I could think of that it might cause some anti-synergy with is With the Madhouse, you sometimes want to aim at the feet if there's a lot of enemies, and I think Accelerate could potentially mess with that. So I didn't want to use it and have it potentially just destroy the weapon's viability. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'll use all three variants, starting with the fast bullet. But I honestly would, unless you're at like a longer range, I don't think we're really going to notice much of a difference here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And I would say just some general tips for the Madhouse that you'll kind of see me doing. You actually you do want to aim for crits most of the time. Like you just treat it like a normal weapon, like aim for the head, aim for the crit spot on the loaders. And I'd say one thing that really helps the Madhouse is positioning enemies like behind a wall like this. It really helps the ricochet just nail them over and over again. So if you can use your Quasar to position them near a wall, you're going to get a much higher DPS out of this gun. So that's something to keep in mind. And the other thing to keep in mind is if there's more than one enemy, it's generally better to shoot at their feet so you can ricochet and hit them both. But otherwise, just aim for the head and try to position them to where they are behind. A wall is right behind them, I should say. Like exactly like this scenario is perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, as you can see, pretty good start. It's very good synergy with phase lock and chain reaction. It does a lot. Let's see if we can maybe get them near a wall. Perfect. This guy's going to get absolutely shredded. And these guys are also... Oof, that dot. These guys also took a lot of damage in the process. Pull this guy. A little bit further away, but this is where the faster bullet variant really helps, I would say. As you can see, clearing through him pretty quick. I will be pretty patient here with my action skill and stuff. Oh jeez, that was a really bad Quasar. Alright, got him. As you can see, that did a ton of damage to the enemies surrounding him. It's really, really good at grouping up enemies and clearing them out quick. Nice, I think it actually killed the guy next to him. Yeah, it did. Super nice. Really good start. Try to pull... I wanted him to come down, but this will work, I guess. Did considerable damage to that loader. Nice. He was behind a wall, so that helps. Or he was in front of a wall, I should say. Alright, so that was the fast bullet variant. Let's switch to the damage variant. I honestly don't think you guys are going to notice a huge difference. They're all going to generally feel pretty much the same. Again, unless you are at long range. But yeah, they all, I would say, behave fairly similarly and give you similar results. Alright, damage one. I don't know why I need to reload, but... Alright, let's try to get him near the wall. Pretty good. Pretty good damage there. Didn't get as good ricochet as normal, but good enough. Pretty much one phase lock. Killed him pretty quick there. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep on moving. I will say, to be fair, the Washburn Refinery is a really, really good spot for this weapon because it is pretty enclosed, which is just honestly perfect. Like, it's what we want. There's lots of walls and there's narrow hallways and stuff like that. As you can see, the bullets are just going everywhere, but yeah, I would say this is a very favorable map, and that's kind of like what I would say about the Madhouse in general, is you need to like pick your spots with this weapon. It's not going to be awesome in every single scenario. You need to understand when to use this weapon. Like, as you can see, he's getting further away. It's not as viable. I get closer, much better. We'll phase lock him. He's right near a wall, should get really good ricochet, as you guys can see, going everywhere. And yeah, we dispose of them pretty quick. Make these guys blow up. Okay. Probably a couple more here. Yep. Come on over. Yep, blow up. Yep. Alright. And now we got some like actual spawns. See if we can oh, I probably should not have pulled him, but whatever. We'll see how much damage it does to the others. Alright. It almost killed both of them. I'll shoot at the ground since they're kinda stacked. And then just treat him like normal. Nice. Hold him down. Need to watch out for this exploder. I think he actually died with the ricochet. And he's dead too. Yeah, super nice. Why is he still alive? Huh. Guess we got like a late spawn. Take him out. Alright. We'll switch to the fire rate variant now. See how that performs. He's right next to a wall. That should definitely help. Try to shoot maybe more on this side. I don't know if it really matters. Trying to hit the crits. Yep. I mean, we killed that super badass basically in the exact same amount of time as the damage variant. Like I was saying, I don't think you're going to see a lot of variance between these three prefixes. I would be, if you're farming for this weapon, I think any of these are totally viable. Don't have a strong preference. And really, if you don't get the fast bullets one, you could just take points into accelerate. So, yeah. Alright, moving on. Keep the fire rate one out. I need ammo. Whoops. Well, hey, ammo. Nice. Alright, go through here. This area is a bit more spread out and like longer range. This could be a little worse for us. We'll see how it goes. It's got a huge shield there. Now we're starting to melt him a little. Cool. You blow up. There we go. Oh, another one. Go ahead and reload. Alright, moving on. That can't be it, right? Okay, no. I was gonna say, that's weird. Ah, they're not really stacking together. He's like stuck on some terrain. Another thing you could definitely do with this weapon is leave the one that's phase locked and shoot other stuff. I feel like that would be, you know, totally fine. Like if we shoot him, we're gonna get more ricochet out of it. And then kind of come back to this guy. I think either way is viable. But yeah, you know, just in case you want to mix it up. Get him close. Nice. Lots of ricochet there, even without phase lock. These guys with the shield are really annoying for this, I will say. Alright. Pretty ammo heavy build. I mean, we're burning through a lot here. There we go. Nice. Cool, cool. What do we have left? Oh, Jesus. Almost ran into that. Okay. Cool, cool. Get him slagged. Again, he is close to a wall, so this is pretty nice for us. This guy is next to a wall and the ceiling. Yeah, he's gonna get shredded. That's like the optimal spot to be using this. That's perfect. Alright. Keep on moving through. I would imagine this, you know, like for flesh enemies, it's still going to be pretty good too. I think loaders having like the bigger bodies allow for the ricochet to do a bit more, but either way, it'll be fine. It's plenty viable. Okay, let's do that. Grab some ammo. I mean, I guess I could have just bought some, but whatever. Alright, we'll go back to the bullet prefix one. Kind of quickly run through here. I'm probably not going to kill Hurley. That would take probably way too long with the Madhouse, but we'll just do a little bit more mobbing. Definitely don't think this is a bossing weapon. Would not recommend that approach. Okay. Looks like it killed them both. Try to wait a second. Need Scorn. Alright, there we go. Even without phase lock, pretty good. I mean, that guy took a lot of collateral damage. He is dead. We'll just switch to the damage one so we don't have to reload. Alright, I'll back up for a second. He really didn't get slagged. Oh, he did. What? Didn't look like he was slagged for a second there. Alright. Moving on. And, like, keep in mind, like I said, this is on vanilla with no badass rank. This thing will shred, like it'll be way better on UCP. UCP gives a pretty drastic buff to bandit assault rifles. Obviously, the Madhouse is a bandit assault rifle. So, as you can see, it's quite viable on vanilla. So it's going to be like pretty strong on the UCP. I mean, I would already say this is pretty strong. What on earth, man? What are we stuck on? But yeah, I think on the UCP, you know, you're looking at a genuinely quite viable weapon choice for a lot of places, and I already think it's pretty viable in this instance. So, all right, made it through. Like I said, I'm not really sure I want to deal with the mini boss here, but got him. Try to pull him. Can you? Okay, he doesn't want to move. Switch to the fire rate one. Nice. Alright, I really don't want to deal with this guy. I don't even think we can phase lock him, right? It's been a while since I've done Watchburn. Yeah. Yeah, it would take us like 20 minutes to kill the shield. I think I'm good. I'm gonna hop out of here. Yeah, I think we'll actually probably just stop right here. I may run through a flesh area just to, you know, compare, see if it's much worse, much better, whatever. I expect it'll still perform pretty much the same. So, yeah, let's just kill these last few, and then I'll go to a flesh map and see how it performs. Yeah, there we go. As you guys can see, I think at the very least with loaders, this gun kind of kicks ass. Like, I mean, it absolutely tore through there. We had no trouble at all. Very effective weapon. Really cool synergy with the Blurred Trickster comm. I mean, you don't even have to do Blurred Trickster, to be honest. I just wanted as many points as possible. You could definitely do, you could probably run this with 5 points in a Blurred Trickster, like nothing buffing chain reaction. And I think it would still be viable, but I think this is definitely the best way to use it. So that's what I would recommend. But yeah, we'll go ahead and stop right here and transition over to a flesh map. I will be right back. All right. We're back. Gonna run through Lynchwood, show off a flesh-oriented map. Same setup, faster bullets, damage, fire rate. Now we switch to the firebone. Build's the same. Bars off. And yeah, I will say, you know, I've tested this in other areas, but like the general rule of thumb with the Madhouse is the more open the area is, the worse this weapon's gonna perform. You really want to put the Madhouse in a position to succeed. This is not the type of weapon where you just want to use it everywhere. It's really not going to work that well if you do that. So you'll probably see it here in Lynchwood since it's a bit more open. Like, it's probably not going to be as good, but I think it's good to showcase that as well. Like, the weapon has some strengths, but it also has some weaknesses, and you have to understand when you should use it. All right, let's start out with the bullet speed. See if we can get them a little grouped. Okay. Nice. One down. I should really be positioning more, yeah, by the wall. Oh, really? Usually not that many enemies spawn, like, right here. Not sure what's up with that. I really need to reload. Alright, we'll shoot the guys on the floor. Maybe I should be shooting at the ground there, but it's alright. Still did a ton of damage to all of them grouped up. Get him too. Okay, if I reload. Oh my gosh, that's totally my fault. I just killed myself. Alright. Pretty well though, they're actually grouping up pretty nicely for me, so that part helps. We'll switch to the damage prefix. Need to wait a second. Try to get near a wall. Yeah, now we're positioned more appropriately. Scavengers are crazy tanky though. There we go. Okay, onward and upwards. Also, maps that don't have a lot of ammo are going to be a problem. Like this one doesn't have like a lot of dedicated spots and whatnot. Oh Jesus, that's going to kill me. Oh my god, I'm so stupid, man. I say it's going to kill me as I walk back into it. Absolutely brilliant gameplay. Where's this guy? There we go. He's in a pretty decent spot here. Yeah, he's going to take a lot of damage. Not bad. Oh, no, no, no! Are you fucking serious? He actually pushed me into that. That is, wow. AI is really learning, aren't they? Maybe the open AI has hit Borderlands. We got ChatGPT here. That's fucking crazy. We were fine. We were going to kill them. That sucks, but that's also pretty funny. Alright. We'll keep going. Try to kill this guy. I want revenge. Bastard. I'm on the fire rate prefix now. Some good ricochet there. We're pretty dotted. I'll shoot at the floor because there's a couple. Yeah, that worked. Taking some considerable damage here. Kinetic Reflection is actually putting in some serious work, keeping us alive in this map. There's a lot of bullet users. Alright, what do we got? Okay. Nice. Didn't do too much. Really need to get closer. I'll just wait for phase lock. And we'll take care of him pretty quick. Nice. That's the fire rate. I'm gonna go back to the first one, extra bullet speed, since they're a little bit further away. Like, as you can see, much better. Like, the other prefix was, like, the damage one was struggling, like, you know, he's, like, over there, and the bullets just aren't getting there quick enough for me to consistently aim at him, so. I do, after playing around with this more, I think I do slightly prefer the bullet speed one, especially if you can't close the gap. I don't know why I didn't phase lock this guy, but now I'm committed. Oh, come on. Where did that guy come from? Alright, let's see how the bullet speed does over here. Yeah, pretty good from range. Definitely would prefer to get closer with this weapon, but at least with the bullet speed one, you have a little bit of more versatility. Alright, keep going. Where are these guys? Got him. Nice. Shoot him. Oh wow, I murdered him. The ricochet. Nice. Ooh, careful of that. Nice. Honestly, Lynchwood is turning out to be not as bad as I thought. Like, it's a more open area, and I just didn't think it would work well in open areas. Plus, flesh enemies, I assumed it would be a bit weaker, which it is, but this genuinely isn't bad at all. Like, it's still performing pretty well. Part of that has to do with the fact that Lynchwood, even though it is open, there is a lot of buildings and walls nearby, so it does help. Okay. Good old scavenger. I think these guys legitimately take longer to kill than like the super badass loaders we were killing. That's crazy. They're so tanky. Ricochet going. I don't know where this guy is going. Where are you going, bud? We're just deflecting bullets right now. Honestly, with this, like, I don't know why I'm running the blockade. We should absolutely be running the antagonist with a kinetic reflection build, but whatever. Wasn't really the point of this build, but yeah, I would probably recommend the antagonist. Nice. He's right behind a wall. He's gonna do a lot of damage. And we got one more. Oh, actually more are spawning in. Where is this guy? Oh, okay. I see him now. Go ahead and just phase lock him. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, looks like one more enemy and we'll be finished here. Easy peasy. Alright. Oh, I thought that was a pearl for a second. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Madhouse, definitely better than, honestly, better than I thought. You know, before I recorded this, I did some testing myself, you know, just to kind of get a feel for it. I usually always do that before I record, and it was kind of surprised me. I thought it'd be decent on Maya, but it's a lot better than I thought. Like, I would legitimately like want to have this weapon in a playthrough. Like, I don't like. It would just be fun to have, and I think it's super cool on certain maps and surprisingly strong. And I just think it's also just super unique. Like, it's a fun weapon to use. It's very different. Um, I think maybe some of you that have been watching me for a long, long time, I think one of my first videos was actually using the Madhouse, but it was on Gage. Um, that is the other character that would probably come to mind for most people where it could be decent. I would say it wasn't great when I tested it on her back then. I'd have to try it again, but that was with the UCP too, so it was buffed and it still wasn't that good. I think genuinely Maya is just so much better with it, and it almost entirely comes down to the fact that she has chain reaction, but mostly, honestly, it's phase lock because this weapon's hard to aim, and you really need to be kind of positioning enemies a certain way to get the most out of it, and phase lock allows you to do exactly that. So I really, really like this weapon on Maya. I strongly recommend, can't speak, strongly recommend that you guys give it a shot. It's really fun and it's solid. Another character that it could potentially be good on, and I've played around with it a little bit, is Krieg, actually. Mostly just because he has Bloodbath, but also because he has insane reload speed, insane fire rate, all that kind of stuff. It can actually kind of work on him, surprisingly. So, maybe I'll show that off in another video if people are interested. But here's the build one last time. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.